Hey there, Melissa here with the Creative Season, and it's new month. We have a new twist on the hydrangea flower. We are separating our small paper into thirds and then using a bit of splatter art, a little bit of wet on wet to create this really fun project. Now, after I turn on the video, I actually come back one more time because I show you what I do to create a little bit more of detail after everything is dried. So make sure to stay till the end for a really short finish. And I hope you have an absolutely beautiful week and have fun painting this lovely flower. Hi everyone. Okay, so remember last week I was talking about we were going to do a little, again, we're kind of just warming up, easing into the new year, doing a flower with a different perspective. So this painting I had cut off and made it super small and then added splatters up here. Just a different look. A great way though too if you wanted to send this as a card and write something down below, or a verse or a poem or a letter or your word of the year or whatnot. But really, really fun. I have got just what I did is I taped everything off, kind of a third, maybe a little bit more. I just did the bare minimum of a sketch really. So I'll just come in so you can see that. And then what I did is now I'm going to get everything out. I'm going to start painting. Now I will say, I'm going to just pause for a quick second because what I will say is that I am going to be really cognizant of the colors that I'm using because it's going to be pretty wet and we want to make sure that the colors we use are that they're going to all blend together beautifully. So I'm going to imitate the colors I did last time. So on this little piece of paper right here, and if you have any scratch pieces of watercolor paper, I always think it's a great idea to go ahead and if you're unsure of your color scheme, just to do, you know what, a little bit of a mix, right? So I've got my purple here, I have a green I'm going to be using, and the reason I'm putting those next to each other because I'm actually, they'll end up blending a little bit. So just knowing that the purple and the green together are going to be okay. They will be, they're going to be fine. I have a bit of blue on this one, but I also think I had a lot of this magenta color. If I'm remembering, I did. Okay, I have that magenta, which is really pretty. You could also use a pink, which would be nice. And I believe I have a blue in here too. But which blue I have? That's a great question. I think it was a phthalo blue. If I go up here, okay, so yep, I think it probably was that phthalo blue, and those are going to look nice together. So I just like to make sure my colors are going to sing. And you can see too that in this hydrangea, I always don't think I'm saying that right, the colors are a lot, right? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start by doing just a little bit of splattering, not a lot, but I just want to get some texture going here and then let it dry. And then I'm going to come back. I'm actually going to grab the blue and I want it to be dark. Like these are these dark, cold winter colors, which I love. I know that of course hydrangeas are not blooming right now, but we're just using our imagination of what is out and about right now. I'm going to pull up some magenta. And the hydrangeas too, they're kind of that mushroom shape of flower, which is really kind of interesting. Okay, now I'm going to start letting these blend. And they're almost made of like all sorts of like little flowers all blended together, which I absolutely love. If you look up real close, it's like it's a tree full of flowers. And see how beautifully those colors are blending. I really, really love this. Now you do want to make sure too that we don't, let me bring the camera in just a little bit, that you don't over blend this. That way you get a really fresh, clean look. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some more magenta. I'm just going to tap a little bit more. I'm going to pick up some more blue. I'm going to tap a little bit more, and I'm just going to start moving it around in those little like triple flower formations that are on the hydrangeas, letting some white stay. Oh, this is fun. I could do this all morning. This is really, really fun. Okay, just moving this around. Super, super fun. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm gonna let that just kind of dry right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up that green, go back to our green, and I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this green down and move that out of the way so I don't get my hand all wet with paint. And I'm gonna pull this all the way down, and you can see a little purple's getting into there. That's okay. That's actually gonna just add to the beauty of this piece. I'm gonna go ahead and move out towards this leaf. And if we remember with the hydrangea leaves, they have like those little edges on them. So I'm just going to, I'm kind of just free sketching here. It's not Not too complicated, right? We're just kind of letting that go and moving this out, all of those lines, and then I'm gonna drop another color in here. I'll probably put just a little bit. Oh, I think I had gotten some splatters in here, and that'll actually work out nicely. And then just down here with this guy, oh, let's get some edges going there. We're gonna move this in between. This looks really, really pretty, right? It looks lovely. I'm actually gonna get a bit of purple. I'm gonna mix it in with my green, and I'm gonna come back in, and I'm just gonna set it down in some of these areas and let the watercolor start to dance and just do its beautiful work. Okay, so this is super fun. I'm gonna pick up some more green. Let that just move in here too. Try not to fill up on the spaces. Let that watercolor dance and let some of that white just linger. Okay, I do want to add a little bit of purple. I'm going to go ahead and take this. And you know, these videos this month, you'll notice, are a little bit shorter. They're not as long. I'm going to add some magenta to that. We're just kind of easing into the year, going nice and soft, just doing projects that would hopefully inspire some ideas and some thoughts, not putting too much pressure on ourselves, but staying within, but keeping a practice going, right? That's so important, I think. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more color, being careful as I dance around here that I don't mess up my flower. So I am just gonna kind of move it very, very lightly. On this one right here, I might have let it dry completely before I put in this layer. I'm not sure. What I probably will do, you can see some of the splatters start blending in as the wetness covers them. I'll probably come back and add in just a few more splatters at the end so they'll stay nice and bold. But I kind of love the look. It's like paint with numbers, right? Remember those paint with numbers as a kid, and you would bring your your paintbrush with just water over them, and they would just turn into the most beautiful colors. I'm going to pick up a bit more magenta and just drop it right in here, and then just drop it in here a bit too, and then a little bit in here. And now I'm going to finish off up here. I'm going to take this, whatever smallest brush you're using, and I'm actually just going to tap, tap, tap. And this is fun because when we peel this off, it's going to be this gorgeous white strip. And so I just think it's a lot of fun to have these contrasts of colors, especially with the splatters. Let's pick up a bit of blue. And I mean, it's just pretty, right? It's just really pretty. Dip it a little bit of into my leaf here. I love this. I don't want to overwork it. I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm going to let it dry, and it is going to be so pretty. I'll include a picture of what it looks like when I pull off all the tape. But isn't that fun? And we painted that in less than 8 minutes. Think that is fun. And you could do a bunch of these. I might do a bunch and then stick them in cards or whatnot, because these are a lot of fun. Okay, tell me if you like these. Tell me what flowers you're painting right now, and if you like any specific flowers you'd like me to paint, let me know. All right, you guys, see you soon. Okay, so this is lovely. This is super pretty. What I'm gonna do before I peel up the paper is I am just gonna go ahead and do just a little bit more. See how it just needed a little bit more darker detail in my stem here, where the purple just got in a bit. So we're gonna add that in there. That looks really nice. It got just a little bit of water in there, kind of that water stain look. So I'm just gonna take some mauve, and I'm actually just going to do a little bit of splattering right on the top there. I'm gonna grab some purple and do a little bit of splattering right over here, and even just a bit up here, just to get it nice and bold. I'm gonna take a little bit where I just want there to be a little bit more of a darker color, and that looks really nice. I really, really like that. I'm gonna take a little bit of the mauve, a little bit of the blue, come back in here, just a tad bit. Okay, super pretty. We got a little bit right on that leaf, but I'll just take the green and just add in a little bit of color like that. That looks super nice. Okay, and I wanted to show you this. This is so much fun to take off the tape and just to see that really gorgeous white line and border, and then watch when I take off this one. Nice and slow. Isn't that beautiful? You have such a clean look, plus the splatters up above, and do the same thing down here now. You can always let it dry completely. I'm being a little bit, I just wanted to show you what that looks like. And it's super clean, super pretty, a beautiful area to draw a note. And that just looks really, really nice. I think that's gonna be a lovely note card for someone.